Back here in Moscow, it is very odd to be at this event without the former world champion whose hometown this is. Irina Slutskaya has pretty much owned this event. She has won the title at Cup of Russia 5 times and was scheduled to compete here. But just a week ago, she was forced to withdraw. She is now battling a serious illness which could threaten her career.
It was back in July, after battling asthmatic bronchitis, that Irina went to the doctor's office for what she hoped was a routine checkup. It was anything but.
I go to my doctor because I have asthma, and it was like starting, bad weather. And my doctor said, Irina, let's go check, And I go to x-ray, and the doctor there say, Irina, you have really big heart. I'm like, of course, I'm a sportsman, He's like, no, there's something wrong here.
The doctors diagnosed Irina with viral pericarditis, an inflammation of the tissues surrounding the heart, resulting in a buildup of fluid, a serious condition requiring immediate attention.
This is scary because anytime this water can push in the heart and heart can stop,
It would take 3 weeks for the doctors to extract the fluid surrounding her heart. Irina spent a full 2 months in a hospital bed, constantly hearing erroneous reports about her condition.
My heart is okay. Everybody thinks, I heard already, like, I'm broken my legs, I'm broken my neck, my heart is stopped, my heart working good. This water was near the heart, not in my heart. My heart is great.
To add to the stress level that was already extremely high, for the past 6 months, Irina was forced to deal with the serious illness of her mother, who was and still is awaiting a kidney transplant. It was on the eve of the Grand Prix final that she nearly lost her mom.
She's staying in the hospital, and she started crying. And I'm like, oh my God, I never saw how's my mom crying, can you believe? And I understand she don't want to show me her tears, but she can't stop. My mom, for me, she's like my first and best and one friend, Our relationship, I can't say we're like mom and daughter, We're like one part, We're not two people, we're just one. We have two bodies, but inside we're like together, always.
Doctors have said that stress definitely caused Irina's condition to worsen. By November of last year, she hoped to resume competing. But in the days leading up to the Grand Prix event in her hometown of Moscow, new and frightening symptoms arose.
I go sleep normally, I wake up like legs hurts. It's hard to answer when you don't know what's going on there, This is hard.
When she woke, her legs were bruised and her fingers numb. She returned to the hospital where doctors struggled to diagnose her illness. Weeks of testing revealed Irina was suffering from a serious inflammatory disease of the blood vessels called vasculitis.
They just tell me it's really serious. You can't skate. You can't be in the cold. You can't work so hard. I don't believe it's happening with me, And I'm just close my eyes and I tell myself, Irina, that's not true. You're supposed to fight, You're supposed to fight because you're supposed to skate and you're supposed to win,
Nobody knows what causes this disease, but I can't see any other reason than stress. With her mother's situation, her difficult Olympic season, all the touring, the doctors think these things together caused it. If left untreated, the forecast for her is very bad. We are looking at 6 months to a year recovery, depending on how her body fights it. Nobody is going to let Irina die, but if the complications are not taken care of, it will lead to strong pain in her joints, and finally she will not be able to move. I hope, as the saying goes, where there is life, there is hope. I really want to believe she is going to be okay, because for me, she is the real symbol of sport.
Maybe it will be better if I will take a year off. We will see, if because my health is most important thing, because I need to be a good mother after, and I need to stay alive, maybe like 50 years more.
Her career in jeopardy, a full recovery still a question mark. Aryna, at least for the moment, remains optimistic as she comes to terms with an unexpected, potentially dire path that her life has taken.
I'm sure, I don't finish yet. And I know lots of people likes me, and I think they will never forget about me.
Although her doctors told her it would be 6 months before she would skate again, Aryna returned to the 2004 World Championships 4 months later. She knew she wasn't really ready, but she said she couldn't wait to feel herself on the ice again. A 9th place finish was golden all the same.
It's part of her life right now, my skating. For her, it's something amazing, I just want to do my best there. Because if I will do my best, I will do great for my mom, for my parents, and for people who loves me.
Relaxed, and she just looked confident. She just looked like she was having fun, felt comfortable out there.
Guys, since the summer of 2003, she's had pneumonia, bronchitis, pericarditis, vasculitis. She hit most of the itises. And here she is trying to keep a perfect season alive. It's been an amazing comeback.
Aryna Slutskaya, your comeback continues. 2 Grand Prix victories and a win here in Detroit. What's this season been like for you?
I'm so happy I can compete here, and I'm so happy I can win here in the States. And I like to compete, I like to skate, and now it's mean lots because that's my 3rd competition this year. I just start from beginning again.
Now you still have the Russian Nationals, and when you take the ice for the World Championships in Moscow, Russia, your hometown, what kind of pressure is that going to be like?
Yeah, the Russian national will be so big pressure on me, and worlds, of course. But first of all, I need to compete in Russian national to be first or second to go to the worlds. And after we'll talk about worlds.
All right, well, we'll see you on the Grand Prix finals. It'll be on ESPN. Good luck there.
Thank you so much.
Irina Slutskaya, and everybody has a soft spot for her. The 2002 world champion missed the 03 world championships to be at her mother's side, suffering from kidney problems, and last year was a write-off as she was trying to come back from a serious heart problem. And here she is again at the Worlds.
Well, she dominated the Grand Prix series this year. It was so nice for all of us to see her right back where she has been in the past. But at the European Championships, she struggled. But it looks like today she's got her skating leg back.
Well, this really is one of the great comeback stories in sport, and nothing would be sweeter for her than to cap off this season with a win here in Moscow.
And Irina Slutskaya looked fit and relaxed and is in first place after qualifying, but said later she was relieved just to get her first skate under her belt here on home ice.
Irina, congratulations, a great performance. It's been a long road back for you from that 9th place at the Worlds. Can you tell us how you're feeling, how your health is, and just the overall sense that you had skating today?
Thank you so much. I'm really happy that I can compete in Worlds this year, and I'm so happy I can skate real well today. My health, you know, I'm so tired now, and sometimes not so great, but I'm still alive. I can skate, and this is important.
Will it be a problem, your health, as you go forward, similar to what you had with the Europeans?
Oh well, you know, I take a rest after Europeans. Now I feel better, but of course I'm still tired because so many competition this year. Last year I was sick and I missed all competition, and this year really it's too much competition for me. But I'm so happy in this state.
But also we've been hearing that this could be almost more important for you to win here than to win the Olympic gold medal next year because of how important this is in Russia. Do you agree?
I agree that I want to skate well here, really well, and I want to compete, and I want to show everybody how I can do it.
All right, Irina, thank you. Congratulations. We'll see you in the short program.
Well, that was Slutskaya back to something near her best. A young lady who's been plagued with injury and illness over the last couple of years, a severe illness to her mother as well. Hasn't been the same since she won in Nagano. Much better she's been this week. And once again, she's done herself justice.
Well, she gets so much elevation, and look at that for determination. Could have put a hand down, could have put a free foot down, but no, not Slutskaya. Managed to get the double toe out. A real fighter, and they helped her every inch of the way through the closing stages of that short program.
And flowers cascading out onto the ice. The Flower Girl's very busy indeed.
Irina Slutskaya, the leader after the short program. Looked like there was a little glitch there with the combination jump. What happened?
I don't know, you know, it was so hard to skate, you know, I never think that it will be so hard to skate here, but I think it was okay, and tomorrow will be much more better.
Is it better or worse to have almost a 3-point lead in your home country going into the long program?
Oh, well, it's always good when you have a couple points, you know, more. But, you know, the free program will be so hard because it will be a full arena, you know, will be no space, and will be so many people and really strong competitors.
Is this the toughest competition you have ever been in?
I think so. Now I think so.
All right, Irina, good luck in the long program. Thank you.
Well, it was a bold effort, but she's not celebrating because she knows that one mistake may be costly. The triple Salchow, normally she can do them in her sleep. A feeling that she had to be more or less pristine clean if she was going to get a medal. She still might, but she's now relying on the others to make mistakes.
Yes, that's a key thing, Simon. I think on the Salchow, she probably was relaxed and, you know, focusing on probably the next element and not focused and just lost her concentration. Silly mistake. That's one deduction.
And when it happened, John Hamer, who's next to me, shuddered. You couldn't believe what was happening.
No, I was just watching this, and it grew from the start. The choreography was amazing. I mean, just looking there, Nikolai Morozov and Christine, both fantastic choreographers there. You could really see it at the start. The facial expressions were quite fantastic, and then she goes and drops on the Salchow. I couldn't believe it.
Yeah, one more point. I think there was a double-footed landing on the second triple Lutz as well. So not good stuff, but that's where it went all wrong.
Соединенные Штаты Америки.
Now, how much pressure can she put on those to come? Remember, she is Michelle Kwan.
Технический результат 55-62 балла.
Not bad marks, 55-62 for the elements, and the component mark, not bad, 7.68 for skating skills. She's in the lead by some 4 points. Scratchy double axel. Oh, it's exhausting, this, isn't it? Just watching it. Again, a routine that looks so promising. Fails to deliver ultimately. Is that going to get her a medal? Was it better than Kwan's? I don't think so. Not in the end. There were too many mistakes. I know these days, if you make mistakes, Chris, on the jumps, it's less important than before because the other elements, the step sequences, the spins, if you do them strong, they can lift you, and it doesn't matter the odd mistake.
Yes, you've got to have them though, and to be honest with you, her trump card is her triple jumps and her jumping technique, and she can't afford any errors in this sort of field if everybody skates well.
Anxious wait. 54.94. They're good. Program component mark is good, but it's not. Yes, it is going to be good enough. Overall, she's just held off Michelle Kwan by under a mark. It's second on the afternoon, but the leader overall, I think she's very lucky. It may be good enough to get her the gold medal. It won't be gold for Kwan. It just might be for the young pretender here, who I sensed ever since we first saw her a couple of years ago, she believed that she was going to be world champion pretty soon. It hasn't happened. She's had to wait. Is she going to have to wait another year? Or here in Moscow, of all places, is she going to claim the gold medal?
Wasn't flawless. The Salchow seems to be the bugbear this afternoon, doesn't it? She struggled on that and really fought on the flip, which could be key, the fact that she didn't fall.
And got the Salchow in the end. In the end, 7 triples. They were a bit sketchy. At least 2 of them. But it was brave.
It was beautiful. A lot of it beautiful.
Now, we'll know pretty soon if it's a podium place of some kind. Oh, yes, it is. Oh, she's decimated the opposition by some 14 points. Remember, she had the lead over Costa and Kwan before, and now she's put a country mile between herself and them. That is going to take some beating. Slutskaya better be in form. 124.61 for the free program. She's in the lead. She will be on the podium. Where on the podium? It's going to be either gold or silver. At the moment, she's in pole position. So Sasha Cohen some 14 points clear of the rest of the field. But she started 2.5 points behind this woman. 26 years old, from Moscow, champion in Nagano 3 years ago. Will it be the world title again? Some of the crowd on their feet here to support her. Her music, wonderland, and this really would be a wonderland if she can produce here
Oksana Gromova sends her out. Is she ready for the performance of her life? It needs to be very good to hold off what we've seen from Sasha Cohen. Irina Slutskaya. Combination should be triple Lutz, double loop. Triple Lutz, triple loop. Triple axel, sorry, triple salco, double loop, double toe. Oh, this is good. This is very, very good. Triple loop, double loop. Triple flip on its own, and now the smile. She's probably done enough already. And a toe loop to rub it in. just try and tell them there's any doubt who's won this gold medal. The best performance of her life here at home in Moscow. No wonder the tears are starting to flow. To be able to produce like that under that kind of pressure, it was almost superhuman. I remember she was out in the wilderness for a couple of years, only 9th last year after the illness, had a bad illness of her mother to contend with as well. And now she's back here and surely the champion. 2:14.39 she has to beat. And she's going to 64.03 and 66.07, the best set of marks. She's extended her lead. She's won the gold medal. She just wants to be sure with that number one, and so did the crowd. But it's going to be there. Brilliant, quite brilliant. The
You can see around the ring people jumping up and down with joy. Natural joy.
Well, she came out there, she just set the afternoon alight. It was what we were waiting for, and when it came to the crunch, Slutskaya delivered.
Irina Slutskaya, champion of the world for the second time, amidst the most brilliant joy.
Irina Slutskaya, my goodness, what a performance. Did you ever imagine that after being in the hospital and being out of skating that you would have something like this happen to you?
I always trying to believe in this, you know. That was really hard emotion, you know. And I'm so happy I did it, and I did really, really well.
Could you describe the ending? I've never seen you look like that, the emotion of the moment.
Yeah, it's hard to describe because, you know, it was really hard. I was so nervous before, and all day I have my tears in my eyes, you know. I'm started almost crying, but, you know, I finished my skate and my tears just go out. And that was really hard, believe me. Hometown and pressure of the crowd, and, you know, when you understand you can win, it's harder, like, twice.
Have you had a chance to talk to your mother?
Yeah, I called her, and I'm like, Mom, I win. She's like, because before I called her and I said, don't watch on TV. She's like, okay, I put for record, you know, I will go to my neighbor. I'm like, okay. And I call her and she's like, okay, now I will see what you did. I'm like, okay, have fun.
I think she will like it, don't you?
Yeah, I think so.
Well, Irina, congratulations. What an amazing performance in your home country. World champion Irina Slutskaya.
Irina Slutskaya is resilient to the core. Her patented smile and winsome personality have enabled her to face life's challenges head-on. Now let's sit with her as she takes us through her gold medal winning performance.
Hi, I'm Irina Slutskaya, and I'm 2005 world champion. And this is the first time that I'm seeing this performance. I'm thinking about my face because my husband says in the short program, Irina, you look so mad. I'm like, oh well, I wish to skate well, you know. And he's like, your face should be, you know, just relax. And I tried to relax, but that was hard, you know. I'm almost crying. I don't know why, because the nerves, that was like, that was so hard, yeah. And I'm just thinking, I can do it, you know. My tears, like all day, that was in my eyes all day, and I don't know why.
And I'm just going, and I'm like, I'm in Russia, I'm at home, you know, and I'm thinking, you know, all the crowd, they just try, you know, just do what you can do, and that's it, you know. I didn't see it. And you know, I think I don't actually think about anything when I'm skating, but I remember when I land up from my triple loop, I was like, oh, this is good, try triple, triple. And I'm like, yeah, I did it, you know, I was so happy. For me, it was most important, you know, these first two jumps, because now I'm looking and I'm thinking, yeah, I can do the triples here too, but I felt like, okay, don't worry about it. This is the most important part, because, you know, in Europeans and in qualifying, I have mistakes in my triple loop. I don't know why, you know, it's easiest jump for me. And I'm like, wow, Irina, you did triple loop, this is good. And now I think that, oh my God, almost half of the program. I was so tired. I feel so comfortable, yeah. You know, the jumps, they jump by themselves. I'm not jumping, you know, they're jumping. And I jumped the third triple loop, and I didn't think about it. That was third my loop. Oh my goodness. You know, they was really, really quiet when I'm skating. They don't really, you know, scream, because I think they're just waiting something. Yeah, they was like in one breath, you know. You know what's interesting? It was like when you sleep, like a dream, you know, when I'm skate. I don't actually remember some small things, you know. I remember here my coach say, come on, speed, you should have a speed, you know. And I'm going, I'm like, Irina, it's almost last jump, try to do it. Because my legs, I was so tired, you know. And when I land, I'm like, yeah, I did it. Because the triple toe, triple toe is easy. And I forget the steps. Oh my God, the step sequence. I hear the crowd almost like, yeah. Yeah. Here, I forgot. Oops. Oops, that's not from my program. The middle of my steps was like my emotions. I don't remember this place because I remember my legs was so tight. It's like done, no legs, no more. You know, in my dreams when I'm sleeping this night, all night I see my steps and I'm crying all the night. Step sequence and my tears. Step sequence and tears. And when I came, I don't understand what is it. It's bad or good, you know? And when I'm just doing last position of my combination spin, that was everything. My tears, everything was. It just.
A Moscow night to remember.
Look at me now.
Give her the gold and the comeback story of the year.
At home, win world title. I always think about the world, to be the world champion, but I never think I can be the two-time world champion. I have a palm tree at home, where's the all medals. I put on the palm tree, lay down, and like tell my husband, you know how I love my medal? He's like, you want to see together? I'm like, yeah, bring. And he bring and I put near my pillow and I lay down and start, go sleep with my medal. And in the morning, what I did the first, it was very scary. It's my medal here, It's really, really important.
That noise you heard wasn't people chanting Chris Howard's name. It was, in fact, I'm reliably assured, the Russian for what a good fight. And that's what they're saying to Irina Slutskaya. And what a good fight it was.
It really was. The thing about Slutskaya that I absolutely adore is just how much she loves the sport and she loves to compete. There's nothing artificial there, is there? She just loves it.